Hello everybody, how's it going? We are back in all the mods 10. It's been a long while. It's been a long while. But we are back. Uh I guess technically it's a long while for me recording, not as long of a while for you guys having seen it, but we're back in it, and today we are gonna get into a little bit. We're gonna try and get some infinite like wireless set up here. And then the next best thing is we probably want to start working on our, if I can find where it is, mystical agriculture. So it would be a good idea to get into this and work our way across. I mean, because eventually we are going to need like some crazy things, like we're going to need our netherite seeds and stuff like that. So it'll be worthwhile to set up some of this since we now have our AE system working. But one important thing about AE is setting up this wireless crafting stuff. So let's look at the applied energistics. So we should need the, is it the wireless receiver? No, we need the wireless access point. Here we go again. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab out a stack of that. And we're going to go ahead and crush it. And then what were the other things that we needed for it? We did need a calculation. Which is another, okay. So we're gonna need one more of those. I need one of the silicon. And then, was it redstone was the one that it needed? Calculation circuit. I made a ton of the engineering and the logic. I just didn't make any of these, and then it's one redstone. So, yeah, we should have some of that in there. And I believe, yeah, so we're gonna need the silicon, and then we're gonna need the calculation presses. So if we do silicon super fast, and then we need that one. This is a lot faster since we applied the acceleration cards, which, I mean, thank goodness. We'll also grab that stuff while we're here. Okay, now let's go back. Can we can make the quartz fibers, the fluix pearl. Again, I made sure that we had a couple of the ender pearls just to make sure that we had what we needed. So craft that. Craft the wireless access point. I mean, I guess this has to be connected to the system. Can we just stick it? Can we stick it right there? We can. Okay. And then we also need a wireless booster. Which, are those going to be on this one here? No, they're right there. We need some ender dust, so we're going to need to crush an ender pearl. Which I don't entirely love. But it is what it is, I suppose. So we'll let one of these crush. We're only going to crush them when we need them. They're a little too precious to do otherwise. So there are wireless boosters. That gets that quest out of the way. The wireless terminals. Oh wow, that looks really weird when those quests pop up there. The wireless terminals are on which page? Here. I would assume we want the wireless crafting terminal. Okay, so we're gonna need another one of these. So go ahead, pop one of those. Wow, that is... So we're gonna need some more quartz glass. Got it, got it, got it. There's an extra 16. That should get us a little bit. So make the 8 of those, and then we're gonna need another silicon and another, not a charge. We're gonna need another Certus quartz. And then we can come back over here. We are going to need a redstone as well. Should have just kept those in my inventory. Honestly, at least we have we had 2 silicon. Okay. It's really nice that we're doing so well on resources, because that does make this whole process infinitely easier. So can we make, there's a dense energy cell, and then we need one of NIMI terminal. Oh, okay. I was about to, we need another one. So I guess we'll go ahead and start that process back up again. Bam, bam. This should be nearing the end of our needs for these things, though. Okay. So there's that. It registered. And then we want the crafting, which we need to make a crafting bench. Wireless crafting table. There we go. So, and then I think we're just going to go into these ones here, because I think that'll be probably a little bit easier, I'd imagine, with the infinite. Isn't it it should still be a booster, infinity range booster. Oh boy. So we're gonna need one more of those crushed up. So we can go ahead and just favor that. This will at least let us in the one dimension, and then we can use it. Yeah, see, so at least if we can do one, then you can get the dimension card, which will be infinite. But at least if we can use it in this dimension, right? I think I'll be pretty happy with that. So there are those. We don't have any Enderium. Can we make some Enderium? Yes, we can if we make the Enderium dust. Do we have any Lumium? We don't have any Lumium either. So we'll go ahead, we'll favorite our Lumium dust. We will favorite our Enderium dust. And we'll see what we need. That needs tin and silver. So we'll just go. We'll smelt up some tin super fast. And then we're gonna need some silver. We can also smelt up there. And then we need our ore hammer. How much of it? So for the Lumium, we need 3 tin. And then we need 1 silver. There's our 4 aluminum dust that we need. We'll go ahead and smelt that. And then for the Enderium dust, We're gonna need platinum and lead, which we have plenty of platinum. How much of it do we need? We just need 2 pieces. And then we need some... We don't have any lead. Weirdly enough, it did also spawn a secondary teleport pad, which is kind of a weird thing. I don't really know why it did that. Because it takes us to the same one every time still, but I don't know. I'm not going to question it. We'll go ahead and we'll make some lead. That way we have it when we need it. Also, are we allowed to just... Huh. But don't we need like 6 of it? Yeah, it's a little funky, but it spawns us on the top one. It just kind of is what it is, honestly. Oh yes, and then we need the platinum dust. So now if we do that one and then one more. We can at least use the lumium that we need. So to make a lumium gear, we do also need the 3 netherite. Oh, we're out of the netherite scrap, so back over here we go. We have 42 pieces of netherite, which isn't awful. Could be better, could be worse. I think our hammer cannot handle that. So let's grab our platinum out. And then we can just go ahead and make our ore hammer. And then we can go ahead and make our netherite. Our lead is over with now. There's the lumium gear. We're gonna want the enderium. Seriously, we're missing iron nuggets? Let's pick up a stack of those. Our 2 enderium gears. Oh, that also makes the explorer's compass. That's actually really helpful. 100 FE per tick is a decent amount of energy. So this is now linked. And I believe, isn't there a dedicated bubble slot to it? Goes in the curio is what it wants it in. But I'd assume you put it there. Although they do both say refined storage. We're gonna leave it there. And then let's go to our controls and keybinds. Okay, open wireless terminal. Let's bind that to that. There we go. Now we officially have all of our crafting, I guess. Let's change this. Hold on. Let's reset that, or can we just like make that something completely different that doesn't matter? Okay, and then if we open the wireless crafting grid with enter. would we need it to be? I don't know, it's a crafting terminal, not a crafting grid. Okay, one more second. So find that one to there. And then that one, bind that to that. Now we officially have our unlimited access. Okay, here we are back at the farms. I figured we already have our farms and they're all lit up, so if there's a place for us to start our mystical agriculture, might as well be over here. So we are gonna need the, let's just go ahead and search for our mystical. We're gonna need this, which we need red dye or a red wool for. Do these also need red wool? They do. I think we need 8 in total. But so there's our infusion altar. We are low on gold. So we're gonna have to run back over and grab some gold. Which isn't that big of a deal, I don't think. Yeah, I didn't think that would work. Just wanted to check. There. This shouldn't take too long to smelt up. I mean, we have a very, very fancy furnace, so. Plus, I should have looked. Do we have a? Yeah, we have several blocks worth of gold plus more raw. We're just kind of swimming in resources, honestly. But yeah, there we go. Do we have enough stone is the other question. Yeah, we have 100 stone. Okay. And then from some of our just like random crust forwards, we do already have. Yeah, it did need it. Okay. We do already have like some random seeds and stuff. You're a wizard? Oh. I thought you just needed a. Okay, we do have to change this because I don't want this to clear the grid every time that I open this. There's a wand for mystical agriculture now, apparently. Interesting. What do we have? We have fire seeds, oh, those are just seed bases. So not much there. We can go ahead and undo that one. We do have a little bit of prudentium. We could do with more prosperity shards while we're here. I mean, this is just kind of a matter of like running around and grabbing the resources when we need them because this whole thing is ridiculous. Which it would be nice to bring it into our main dimension, but at the same time, these do uncompress. Yeah. Oh, yeah, don't worry about us. We have the prosperity seed base unlock. I thought there was a way to like, there it is. Okay. I was fairly sure that there was a way to do that faster. I just didn't remember. That's the power plant. We want the farms. Okay. I mean, we have plenty of area to work with, and I think it'll be fine. We can kind of build around it as well. 6, 7, 8. We do have our wand. It does say optional, so I think you can still just use like the typical thing, would be my assumption. Okay. So, base things that we need, right? we're gonna want inferium seeds. That, I mean, it's a must-have. We're also going to, don't we have a hoe in our backpack? Yeah, we have like a ridiculous hoe back here. Um, I will say, the most annoying part about this is just trying to deal with the dang grass. Because I feel like there's so many different kinds of the grass that it doesn't really... Also, is our magnet on? Do we have a magnet? And what was the magnet? There's just so many different types of grass and they don't actually work with each other. Kind of weird. And the other thing is, I think we're just gonna take our... What? No, don't do that. I just wanted some worms. So if we at least get some worms, that should help speed up the process. We'll also probably grab the inferium farmland. If we still have any inferium left over. Okay. So, mystical agriculture. Can we just make the inferium farmland? We do have 4. Could be better. Do we have a shovel by any chance? We do have a shovel. Oh, the shovel's a little fast. Oh boy, is it. Okay. So if we do something like that, are we allowed to put the worm on it? We are. And then, do we have a watering can? We do have a watering can. It is very interesting that this watering can is disabled for fake players now. Because it didn't used to do that. So we might have to come up with a slightly different way of making things faster. Because typically the plan is just to put the... Like, you just put a decent watering can in a mechanical user, and then it uses it, and you're fine. But if we can't do that now, that will be interesting. Let's go ahead and we'll make our 3 more of... Oh, we're out of just dirt now. Huh. I must say I'm not used to this not working. I wonder if like the tick accelerator thing that we use for our what's it called? For our like our growing of the other stuff would actually help it or not. I don't actually know that one. Okay. Time to expand. But we did get 9 seeds. That's at least enough for one decent little growth area. This is honestly going to be some of the most boring content that we have. So probably a lot of this is going to get cut out. I think I am going to go and try. Can we use our magic mirror this way? We can. Wow. Um, this thing here. Will the growth accelerator work? I don't know. We need we don't need to use that. Can do here. Flux. Is it a point? Provides energy. We need some more of those. Okay. So then if we run back over to the farms. Oh. I am trying to kill some of these guys just because I need a pair of boots. Because to upgrade our world tier, we need 1 pair of boots. But so if we point it, I remember this being ridiculously annoying. This is on the house. I thought there was a tick accelerator or some sort of a block that makes things go faster. Although that might be doing it a little bit. Are they growing? They are growing. Okay, so this is definitely the way to do it then. We can just make a big grid of this, which will undoubtedly be hard on the whole power supply problem. But, I mean, even right now, our AE system is only using 100 FE per tick, which is about half of one of the generators, a little bit over a half. Yeah, these things, they zoom. Which means I bet if you put one more there, they would go even faster. So then we should be able to make like a scythe. Which, you know, it's like, congratulations, you did things. But that opens the harvester. Which is gonna need a little bit extra. Harvester. So that would need 1 more scythe. As well as the solium ingots. Bam, there's a harvester. And then we just need another flux point. So we're gonna need 1 more set of the flux cores. And we're gonna do 1 more point. And then I believe connect that to the house. Doesn't that need... I think it needs a scythe of its own. I have too many keybinds on my mouse. And I'm getting very confused. Okay, there's a scythe. Can we just go ahead and make the inferium scythe? That'd probably be the best bet. No, we just made those. We need the gems. We have just about run out of inferium. Inferium Scythe. Bam. Now if we put that in... How exactly does the Harvester work? Does it have to be looking at them? This is what we're assuming. Or does it need a hoe? I mean, we can make a hoe real fast. Or we can just give it our diamond deficiency one. Is it just that slow? Oh, that's awful. Okay, good to know that that's useless. Wow, I did not expect it to be that useless. What other farming type tools do we have in here then? Because that's not gonna happen. Machine upgrades. And then you can upgrade them. A +6 area isn't that big. I mean, not when it's... Is it harvest? I don't know what the area for this thing is. But is it harvesting multiple? It doesn't look like it. Okay. So let's look at a harvest. There. See, this is more reasonable. So if we look at the... I forget that I keep going into my inventory. No, we don't want that. We want the harvest pylon. So there's the quartz slabs. We can make a hay bale, I would presume. And then some polished black stone. Really not that hard at all. Okay, so then now if we stick that there, place an inventory above. Do we have a decent chest? Yeah, we have an iron chest. We have an oak gold chest. Oh, required. Does that have to be on the same level? We need our axe, not our shovel. So if instead of doing that, we put that there, we grab our gold chest, put it on top, and then we give it a hoe. That is what it does. Okay, so we need 3x3. Well, it gets it there. Yeah, that's basically useless. So I'm glad that we definitely tried out that dumb thing. It's going. This would just make quite the setup to set up pretty much. But it could be worse. It just will have a decent power draw on it. And then the 7x7 will get us this far out. But it can also do a 9x9. So that should get you 1, 2, 3, 4 out to here. So it's basically like a middle water block. I think this setup will work. I think we just need to like scale it up a little bit. But again, I think it'll be fine. And we're getting a decent amount of Inferium. I hate that our poor hoe is taking a beating. It might be worthwhile just to make another hoe because I don't really want to lose our ridiculous efficiency on breaking too. Like I don't want that. Does this actually? I haven't actually checked. Does this make the things follow us? Wow, it does make them all follow us. That is a little crazy. Okay. Congratulations, we made a tool. We can leave that in there for a little bit. And just kind of let it do its thing. But so now we can get into like some of these different seeds, which those mostly look useless. But once we get the infusion crystal and we go up, we have an infusion crystal? Wow, we do have an infusion crystal. That's a little crazy, honestly. I didn't know that we had that. And then, honestly, at some point, we don't even really need the Inferium anymore. We should be good just to go with literally anything else. And this doesn't look like it uses too much durability. And if we just line up multiple hoes, that should work for a good long while. How many more can it hold? 3 more? That'll just keep giving us the Inferium. Do we have a... No, we don't have any compression upgrades, but I think that'll be fine. We could always do a drawer. Can we... Can we use the Inferium? Okay, it's only with the Master Infusion Crystal that we're allowed to upgrade those in block form. This is functional storage. Can we do... I mean, to get to an iron downgrade, can we make one of these? I mean, I know that we can, but we can make copper blocks. I know that. We'll just pop some chest in there while we're there. Okay, so there's a copper upgrade. Can we just go straight into it? We do need blocks. So then now, if we were to just pop that off, pop the drawer on it, 32K will be fine. I think I'm okay with 32K. And then, did I build this? Oh, I did technically build this in one chunk. Kind of, sort of. But it's okay. So we'll just go ahead and we'll claim it, and we will chunk load it while we're here. And that should be good to just keep going. And hopefully when we get back, we will have tons and tons of Inferium, and we'll just be able to go straight all the way up. That would be nice. Is there anything else that is important to go through today? I'm gonna say no, I don't think so. I think this is pretty much the basis of what we wanted, because we don't really want to go through all this until a little bit later when we have the Inferium working. We'll zoom back home real quick, and we'll check on our power needs. It should still be fine. Yeah, so those are both full. Everything is full and everything is fine. How much are we doing? That one seems pretty consistent. I honestly should have just come over here and dug down in. I dug on the wrong side. Okay, so if we rename this into like Mystical Farm. Yeah, there we go. Does that say it's using about 64 FE per tick? Which isn't too bad. That's pretty reasonable. You know, it probably is just easier to just go boop. I mean, I'll take it. It's not the fastest thing ever, but it'll get us plenty. We should also go home and probably rename these points as well. This is the house point, which extracts about a pretty consistent 100 or 30. Which isn't bad. And then if we jump over to our little power plant, we can basically just, these are the lava generators. Are you going to give me boots? Where did you spawn? You spawned way down there. Please just give me boots. I just want some boots. No. Wow. You were a crazy man. Why do you have so much stuff? And did you... Oh, you gave me a backpack. I do like backpacks. Probably not enough to actually keep or want that. But still, you know, we do love backpacks. I think we're going to call the episode here, though. We did get our unlimited wireless range within our home dimension. And we did end up... I mean, we got what we needed. I think that's the big thing. We got what we needed. And then I think I'm happy to put some, now that we have our wireless, so we don't really have to worry about, oh, we're here, we're there, we're anywhere that needs things done. I'm happy putting some of those things away. We'll put the hammer in there just because that we use that. There we go. Okay, inventory sorted. I'm pretty happy with that. So, I guess we'll end it here, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Hopefully, some of our mystical agriculture stuff will have worked its way up. Okay, well, I think we're going to wrap it up there. So, I will see you guys in the next episode, and hopefully, this will have accumulated. I don't mean to take, but go back. Hopefully that'll have accumulated a little bit. I'll probably work on building some more of the growth accelerators and expanding this out into like a full farm. And I'll see you guys in the next one after we beat this guy, because please give me boots. Please give me boots. Boots. No. Give me the boots. Please give me the boots. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.